What am I doing here? What is this? I'm rolling the dice. That's what it was.
You're rolling the dice.
Who wants to take the Signature Series gamble with us? Electric guitar style. Nothing else that I was doing with my face and hand. It's me, Baxter.
And me, Jonathan.
We're coming at you shaky and nervous. And we're talking about when you're ready to buy that new guitar, we started talking about this earlier. Do you stick with the tried and true, the one we know we're going to love and adore, or do you take a chance on that sort of Signature Series limited edition thing that's coming out? Could be the hottest ticket ever. Could be
you don't know.
Flying pan of poo-poo.
You don't know. I've had a few that I've missed in my life.
There's one I had that I've missed in particular that I'm still frustrated about.
You missed and you thought it was a good thing? Or you're frustrated?
I'm a little frustrated I missed it. Let's just all get right into the Eric Johnson Thin Line Strat. Okay. I think that the one in like the vintage white, sort of yellow one, I think that was an outrageously great guitar.
I kind of can't believe that you don't have one of those. Because that is very much in your lane. And you enjoy,
Yeah, a thin, I've always been nervous about, I think it's a 12-inch board. But now I've been playing a bunch of 12-inch boards on Strat style and Tele style guitars. They play great if it's done well.
That's true.
And I don't care about Signature Series stuff in general, but that was a great guitar for a carved Stratocaster with the F-hole.
Well, that's not and maybe here's a distinction early on, right? Like maybe you don't go after these things just because they're Signature Series or like special editions. Right. They're actual features that you like. Like I know that you dig the semi-hollow thin line thing, right? Like that just, I don't know.
You know why I dig that?
Because you're such a small little man.
That's probably it. I actually don't have it. Don't touch me. I'll never forgive you for that mean, thoroughly.
You did take me in arm wrestling, so it's fine. I can't.
It's just I have a strong upper thing. Like I'm very very wiry. I'm like the guy you don't want to get in a bar fight with because I always get my arms around you and hold on like a lamprey.
Okay, or a lamprey. I was gonna go spider monkey there.
Ooh, those are scary. No, so you're in the market for a new guitar. You're out there and you want a Les Paul, and they got some, or let's say you want a Fender, and let's say you want a Strat or Tele, but then the Meteora comes out.
Ooh.
In that world, what's an equivalent to the Meteora in the Les Paul world?
The modern.
Yeah, maybe. Like they have did they have a production model of that though, or is it all custom shop?
No, I think they did have a production model at one point.
I can't remember.
I'm almost positive.
So those come out do you take? It depends on your financial situation. Obviously, if you can get multis, jump in,
do it.
Go for it. If it's your one guitar, we gotta be a little more thoughtful.
Yeah.
I do remember when the Meteora came out, we were like, I don't know, it's kind of radical. Right before it came out, but then we all kind of loved it. It's a weird guitar.
Yeah.
Is it gonna hold the luster of our imaginations and stay in the Fender consciousness forever? Maybe not. I
mean, to me, that's like a fifth guitar kind of guitar. You got your meat and potato guitars, you know what I mean? And then that's your fun.
Strandberg.
Yeah, like a Strandberg, like something headless, multi-scale. Not Fran, multi-scale. But
that's a long story.
It's a long story.
It's a funny story too.
We're not going to go into it now, probably.
Let's watch some of our past videos.
That's fine. But yeah, I mean, so you buy that if you got all your bases covered, and then maybe it does hold your attention a little bit because it's not like you're not playing it day in day out every day.
Well, okay, I would probably agree with that. Let's jump into the big expensive fish too. Let's say these custom shop things from Greenies. Yeah. $50,000, then the $25,000 cheap one for the Porsche, and then
that's the one I've been looking at.
Then the custom shop one, the $6,000 one, then the production one that's
trash.
Call it just wood burn for those people, or then you get into the Fender world the Signature Series Fender custom shops from the Merle Haggard coming out, the Terry Cass, the Joe Strummers, everybody's which are the winners, which are the losers? Are you going to be able to get your money back out of it if you want to, or are you buying it for the joy, or are you buying it for an investment? Game of Thrones is a good example.
All those things, if you're buying it for the joy, it's fine. We talked about that, right? Like that's sort of the transaction. If you get joy out of it and you can afford it, awesome. But if it's to play, if you're trying to be, this is my play, or this is what I'm going to do, maybe not. But if you're collecting it, if you just love Merle Haggard, you just love Chicago, whatever. Cool. Go buy the Terry Cass.
Okay. I like that. Side note too, if you're still watching, stay tuned for next week. We're going to be going live, I believe Tuesday morning-ish. We're going to be talking about that Rolling Stones top 250 list.
Basically telling you how they got it all right.
I haven't seen it yet.
Cheerleading. It's just a softball video.
But the guys have sort of warned me a little bit. They told me who the number 250 was, and I was like, whoa.
You can't let it go. You can't.
That's been haunting me.
But listen, we're going to go through all 250 entries on the list.
It's going to be a long one. So
it's going to be a long one. So
get
buckle
your
up.
Coffee, your cappuccino, your heroin, whatever you need to get through it.
We're going to rant.
That's it. We're going back to normal stuff now. So it's fun because we watched some of the Jimmy Page Les Pauls. Those have gone through the roof as far as values go.
Yeah.
The old Mike McCready did really well too. And then you have the Game of Thrones guitars, which were tricky at first, but now they've sort of disappeared off the marketplace, which means they have found their homes.
Right.
And their values will start ticking up.
I was going to say, they'll probably, I think in a few years we'll see those pop up and be worth.
That's a weird guitar though. It's it's a TV show based guitar.
I mean, I can't, no one, well, maybe
weird.
I'm wrong, but I don't think anyone's buying that guitar
What's
to like,
behind?
it's like a giant casino TV moon is like setting above our little bobbleheads.
So I really wanted a Game of Thrones guitar just in my fantasy. I couldn't have gotten one.
No.
That's before the final season.
Before the final season.
Right. And then like after that, I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
You can keep these and burn them. I don't want. I still can't. I was like, I can't wait to show my kids this one day, except for the violence and the sex and the horribleness. Oh, and then the horrible ending of it. But
yeah, it's probably true.
I don't know. So maybe I won't ever show them that.
I kind of want to. Well, I don't know. This has nothing to do with that in my brain. I was like, I don't want to read the books again. But it'll just make me angry because then he's never.
Well, he hasn't finished them.
I know.
And like that's why I'm looking forward to seeing like if he finishes it differently than.
Well, there's so many storylines going in the books that were never going in the TV series.
Right.
And like combined characters and stuff. So.
I know. So, I mean, I guess we should jump back to guitars. Or talk about Dune. I'm kidding. It's not out yet. Dune 2, we're waiting for it.
But it's coming.
Vigorously. I don't know when that's coming out, but it looks awesome.
Yeah.
Willy Wonka looks good, too. Yeah. I kind of want to see it. It could be trash, but...
It probably is, but it's fine.
No,
We'll see it.
but I think our consensus is, if it's your single guitar, tried and true, you got to go for that.
Yeah.
If you have expendable money and you've got like your own guitar 3 or so, take the risk, have a little fun, because there's always going to be another Strat, Tele, Les Paul. They keep making the standard ones. They're not going away. They're not going out of business.
It's true.
So I mean, that's the idea of that. And I got to see people grading a big land with lasers today too. They were using tractors that were laser leveling it, which was really neat. I've never seen that before.
So like the laser just laid out where to level.
Mm-hmm. They weren't actually laser cutting.
I
the
wanted to
ground
see
out.
energy weapons like.
Like children getting
But it's like
off.
it's invisible, so it just happens.
That would have been what the construction sounds outside made me think of that.
True.
So I just got excited. Yeah, who knows if that's going to be in my microphone or not? Can't ever tell. Derek will know, and he'll sound dampen them out.
I like to think it is. I like to think you guys are hearing that, just like we are. Just like we are.
But let us know. Like think about it. If you've jumped down this rabbit hole, and if you've bought any of these cool ones that you have been like, I am thrilled I got this, absolutely thrilled, or that was kind of a dingbat move of me. I shouldn't have done that crazy, weird, zany guitar like the Paul Rubens guitar that came out with Fender.
It doesn't even have to be like a signature artist series. Like I was thinking about that. The Gretsch Sidewinder looks really cool.
Yes.
But it's not a signature series. It's just different, right? So it's like, is the smart move to buy that, or do you go buy a normal like a Penguin or a cool Duojet or something? You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Maybe years ago I wanted a Gretsch Panther, and now I'm kind of like, glad I didn't.
I'm glad I didn't get that thing.
Yeah. So.
It's, there's some weird guitars. We get a lot of weird guitars come through the shop too that we have to thumbs up or thumbs down as far as buy, and
it's true.
Some just pass through. It's like there's a ton of Strat clones, a ton of T-style clones, and after seeing like your 15th for the day, you're like, I don't know if I want to see these anymore. Some
are cool. Like I've loved some of the Nash guitars that I've owned. There's one I kind of miss. I'm like, man, I probably should have kept that guitar, but do I think they're as good as the custom shops I have? Nah.
Do you know one that gets asked a lot that is not in production with the G.E. Smith Telecaster? I have people still ask me about that. And like, can you find me one? I'm like, I can't. I mean, you can find one as easily as I can at this point.
Reverb.
Just get a reverb and try to.
There's like a pedal steel pickup or something in the bridge or something, right? Pretty cool.
It's just a cool guitar.
I've never played one. I'd like to play one of those.
Have you never played one?
Never played one. Not in person.
Just need to get a Tom Petty and Mike Campbell Telecaster.
Ooh.
I would like to see that. Who else would like to see that from Fender? I think you would like that.
There's
I'm gonna sniff around there and see if there's anything stuff like that's in the cooker, because that would be awesome.
It'd be pretty awesome. They should do like a Tom Petty or Mike Campbell, like a tweed amp. Like they did the Chris Stapleton, you know, the little Princeton. There should be like a little tweed.
It'd be cool if there's like a Mike Campbell Harvard. Or something. I don't know if you ever played a Harvard.
Need that.
You would have to have that. We'd get one.
Yeah.
That would be like your main amp that you play with pedals and you wear your hats backwards.
Yeah.
Which looks really charming when you do that.
One day I'm gonna get to my, you know, the like dreads like Mike Campbell.
I like that. No, he looks really weird when he does that.
It is weird.
It's kind of horrible. I like all things Mike Campbell except for that.
Well, what are you gonna do?
So just just enjoy whatever little journey you've gone out there with it so far. But let us know, like, if you found any like great winners, great losers, if you're just sticking with the tried and true. Like, I'm curious.
You could always just buy Artist Series pedals. I feel like that's safer than guitars.
Yeah, but it's just not. I feel like it's not the commitment. It's just like dating.
That's true.
Sometimes you gotta get married.
That's true.
You gotta do it. You gotta have those babies.
Yeah.
All sorts of strange people out there. So I guess I'm gonna leave now. Should we do the wrap up? Click like, subscribe.
Hit the bell.
And then have a wonderful journey out there playing. Stay tuned. We got some fun live streams coming up next week.
Yep, next Tuesday.
Yeah, the whole week's going to be pretty exciting, I think, because it's October.
It is October.
Halloween's coming up.
Pumpkin spice season. Yay.
Is that this week we do the trick-or-treating thing downtown? Or is that next week?
Is it?
I don't remember.
God, I don't know.
I can't remember at all. I'm so confused. I don't even know where I am right now. So enjoy. Peace be with you. Seni Seviorum. I'm out of here.
Can't be giving the kids beer this year, I guess.
Well, you could. Just be happy.